When did you realize your husband didn't see you as the mother of his kids, just the babysitter? I, 34F, have 2 kids, both under 7. I quit my job 4 years ago because daycare was more expensive than what I'd make part-time, and my husband, 36M, and I agreed it made sense for me to stay home. I didn't hate it at first, but somewhere along the way, I stopped feeling like his wife. I wasn't his partner anymore. I was the babysitter who also did laundry. He'd come home, shoes kicked off at the door, scroll on his phone while I juggled dinner and a toddler hanging off my leg. If I asked him to take over for even 10 minutes, he'd sigh and say, "I've been working all day, you're already home." That line, "You're already home." Like that made me immune to exhaustion. I started keeping mental tallies, how many diapers I changed in a day, how many times I reheated my coffee because I couldn't drink it hot, how many times he told our kids, "Ask your mom," even when I was clearly drowning. One night, I had a fever, chills, body aches, the works. I texted him at 4:30 and asked if he could come home early. He didn't even reply, just walked in at 6:15 like always and said, "Rough day?" I looked at him, holding the baby, sweating through my hoodie, and just said, "I'm sick." He paused, looked around at the messy kitchen, the toys everywhere, and asked, "So what did you do all day?" I don't remember what I said back. I just remember our daughter tugging my sleeve and whispering, "Mommy, you look sad." A few days later, I told him I was thinking about applying for a part-time job, something small, a few shifts a week, just to feel human again. He shrugged and said, "Okay, but you'll still be handling drop-offs and pickups." I can't rearrange my schedule. I asked him, "What if I can't do all of that by myself?" He laughed, not cruelly, but casually. "Then maybe you're not cut out for this stay-at-home thing." That was the moment. Not the fever, not the daycare argument. That laugh, like I was an employee who couldn't keep up. That's when I realized he didn't see me as the mother of his kids. I was just the help. I didn't confront him right away. I sat with that feeling for weeks, watched how he handed off parenting like it was an errand, watched how he thanked the nanny at his friend's party for helping so much with the twins, but never thanked me. Watched how he'd say, "My kids," when they did something cute, but "your kids," when they acted out. One night, after the kids were asleep, I asked him, "Do you think I do a good job with them?" He looked confused. "What do you mean?" "I mean, with the kids, as a mom, as your partner." He shrugged. "I mean, yeah, you're good at all that stuff." All that stuff. Like it was some background task, like running antivirus software, quiet, unseen, necessary, but not something he thought about. I asked, "Do you ever feel grateful? Or even notice what I do?" He blinked, took a beat, then said, "I mean, you're not working. It's kind of your job, isn't it?" That was the nail. The next morning, I opened a new bank account. I applied for that part-time job. I booked a session with a lawyer. I didn't even cry, just moved. 2 weeks later, I handed him a manila envelope before he left for work. He opened it, glanced at the top, then looked at me. "You're divorcing me?" I nodded. "I've been your babysitter long enough. It's time you start paying someone else." He didn't argue, maybe because deep down he knew, or maybe because losing your wife is easier than losing your help, until the help stops helping. I picked up the kids that day like any other. But that night, when they asked why daddy wasn't coming home, I didn't lie. I just said, because mommy's not invisible anymore. And for the first time in years, I meant it.